So I handled a case that actually comes from a somewhat tragic circumstance in the sense that it was a dispute between two brothers. What happened is these two brothers, my client and his brother, both claimed that each was the one who purchased the winning lottery ticket. It was a $2 million Florida lottery ticket, and they couldn't reach an agreement between themselves, and so it became a lawsuit. One of the interesting things about the case is we know where the winning lottery ticket was purchased, and it was purchased at a store right next to my client's brother's house. So one of the things that my client's brother did is at trial, he brought in neighbors, he brought in the owner of the store, all of whom knew that he had played the lottery on a weekly basis. He played religiously, and he had purchased his tickets at that store. My client's story was that he had gone to visit his brother that day, and he had purchased the ticket at that store because he was in the area because he had just visited his brother. And of course, as probabilities go, there's no greater likelihood that my client's brother purchased the winning lottery ticket at the store on that day simply because he had played at that location many, many times before. He was no more likely to have purchased it on that day than my client. But it was a challenge that we had to overcome at trial. It really was a case that was a case of credibility. Which of these two brothers was telling the truth? One of the things we knew is both brothers claimed that they had played this lottery game on a weekly basis for years and years. And they also explained, which I think is very common, that they played the same numbers every time they played. In fact, both of them played 5 sets of numbers. It was $1 a play, so they purchased a card or a ticket that had 5 sets of plays on it. And so one of the things we did at trial is we asked my client's brother, when he was on the stand, to recite the numbers that he claimed he had committed to memory of the winning play. And of course he could. And those numbers had been published and available to the public. So we certainly expected that he would be able to recite those numbers correctly. But then we asked him to recite the 4 sets of numbers that were the losing plays that he claimed he had played every week. And he stumbled through that, and he couldn't accurately recite the numbers that were on the ticket that was admitted into evidence. And of course, we had the ability to then call my client to the stand, who of course could readily recite all of the numbers, not only the winning play, but the other plays as well. And I think that was something that really tilted things in favor of my client and ultimately resulted in him being victorious in that lawsuit and being determined to be the rightful owner of the $2 million lottery ticket.